Hey, in today's episode, I'm going to share some exciting news, really exciting news for me. We have new arrivals on the homestead. Baby turkeys, stay tuned. Hello, welcome back to Pine Meadows Hobby Farm. I'm your host, Jerry Hansen. I wanted to share with you guys some great news of new arrivals on my homestead. We've got baby turkeys that hatched. We successfully hatched two turkeys. The rest of the eggs didn't hatch for one reason or another, and that happens. I let the turkey naturally incubate her own eggs in her timing, so she was able to get a pretty fair good clutch of eggs. But this year we only got two babies. Last year we got none. Well, we got one last year, and that ended up in tragedy. And then we got none the year before, and then before that we got one, and that ended up with a mystery. And then before that, we had a success of several baby turkeys, and I was able to sell a bunch of these birds. So I do have these turkeys protected in an aviary. My aviary consists of a structure that I got free from an estate cleanup. It's just made out of conduit with a special linking corner pieces and cross pieces. And so I put it together. I used cattle panels or hog panels, whatever you want to call them, and fortified them with chicken wire and zip ties. Now the upper part, I just used deer fencing. This comes in a 7-foot high roll at 100 feet long. So this was more than enough to be able to cover the top parts where I'm not too worried about predators breaking in. It's mainly the lower areas where I worry about predators breaking in. Now in previous past, I had a horrible Halloween night. Coyotes got onto the property because we had a tree fall across the fence that I didn't know about, and allowed the coyote pack to get in here. Coyotes broke into the turkey pen and killed my only two Naragansette turkeys. Now, Naragansette turkeys are a very rare breed. They almost went extinct. This breed was bred where they get their name from, Narragansett. They were bred for the American Homestead. They're a very docile bird. They're a medium sized turkey. They're not upbred where they have the big breasts. And these are more healthier. They can free range. But because I live, they've released a lot of turkeys that they brought in from Texas, New Mexico, Mexico, and released them in this area. These turkeys will fly away with the other turkeys that are running feral, and then I'll lose my turkeys. Now these were very expensive to acquire, and the reason why they almost went extinct is because of their size. They were a medium breed and not a large breed. And I wasn't necessarily after large, because bigger ain't always better. The larger breeds, I personally find tend to be more unhealthy, difficult to take care of. But these guys, they're really easy. I've had these for 4 years now. This one Tom and two Jennies, or two hens. I've had them for 4 years now. Now, 5 years ago, I lost my turkeys to a coyote pack. I had to do some repair of my turkey house, or what we call it, the gobbler gallery. This was formerly The Quack Shack. Yep, I'm eccentric, but I've got the Bunny Bungalow, I got the Quack Shack, or had the Quack Shack, and I got the Gobbler Gallery. And Matt Rainey calls my barn the Goatel because it's for goats. Anyway, repaired the Gobbler Gallery and then went and got some new turkeys, raised those. They had babies, was able to sell all the babies and get some income to help offset the feed cost. The next year, they only had one baby, and that baby mysteriously disappeared after I had some visitors to the farm. Yes, human visitors. So it just vanished that same day, and I was like, okay, maybe something got to it. The third year, I had two babies, which was last year, and a squirrel got in there, and the squirrel ate the babies. Yes, those squirrels will eat eggs too. Now, these are the ground squirrels, the digger squirrels, which dig under your foundation, undermine your home. They can get into your attics and get into your walls, your crawl spaces, chew through wiring, do a lot of damage under your cars. I have some live traps, so I managed to live trap a couple of squirrels. Now in our area, it is illegal to live trap a vector or a nuisance and relocate it. So they mandate that you have to dispatch it. So by the time I got to these two squirrels, they were already expired by the time I noticed that they were in there. I do put out these cottage cheese containers full of 4 tablespoons of baking soda and 4 tablespoons of Jiffy cornbread mix. Rodents will eat that and die. Squirrels will eat that and die. Moles and voles. It doesn't work on gophers, does not work on skunks, does not work on possum, and it doesn't work on chickens or birds. So therefore, when the rodent eats it and they go out and die, a predatory animal that is an essential wildlife won't die because this critter hasn't been poisoned by toxic ingredients. What the baking soda does is it blows up the rodents' insides because they don't have the function to burp, and since their poop chute is so long and complex, it takes a while for them to express that gas. So it just perforates, and then also changes the pH balance in their system, and it shuts down their organs. So it's pretty gentle. I've tested it on a rat and a squirrel that I caught, and they don't appear to have any trauma. They just curl up, go to sleep, and then they expire. So that's probably the most effective way I have here on my homestead to effectively control the rodents, because the rodents, squirrels, rats, they were getting in and eating all the eggs. Constantly eating the eggs. I do have a problem with ravens eating all the duck eggs, so I have to collect the duck eggs before the ravens get to them because the ravens have to feed their babies too. And I do feed the ravens and whatever carry-on that comes through the corpse of the squirrels and rats that I trap or cause their demise with baking soda and a mix. Now, any mix will do, just to say that. Any kind of mix will do. But you need to use baking soda. Make sure your baking soda is fresh. So that's all I'm going to say about that. I have several whole videos on mixing the formula and trapping, and or where to place it, how to place it, and killing rodents. Yeah. Now, as far as feed goes for these, I feed the adults it's pellets, and then the babies, I have a stockpile of crumble that I throw in there for them to pick through. And for their water, I keep a shallow basin. I don't fill it full of water. I keep it shallow. I also have another water container that I use for chicks inside that they can drink from, because I've had a horrible experience some years back where a baby turkey flew into the water dish and drowned. So now I keep my water dishes shallow, and I freshen up their water every day, which you should anyway. So anyway, that's what I do. There they are. They're so cute. My job is to come out here and just defend them against the predators. So I really hope they survive and they mature out. Anyway, I'm your host, Jerry Hansen. This is Pine Meadows Hobby Farm, or a little homestead tucked up in the Cascade Ranges of the Pacific Northwest. Please stay tuned to more videos. You could do that by subscribing and clicking that bell icon. That alerts you to new videos as I upload them. Hey, give us a thumbs up, click that share button. Check out my other videos. I did some interesting interviews with some an author of a Hogan Heroes book and a movie star. Yeah, Marilyn Manson. She starred with Elvis Presley in The Trouble with Girls. Yeah, check out those interviews. I went and interviewed her in her garden and we talked gardening. Yeah, you don't want to miss that episode. Stay tuned. Be safe. Always be kind. We'll see you guys in my next adventure. Bye-bye now.